Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into the Friday Major League Baseball betting card. Friday, August 2nd, we have a lot of games coming to you guys as we kick off the weekend series and a quick recap from yesterday. But first, before we do, make sure you guys all subscribe down below. Smash that like button and let's get down into the picks. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys will be on for this Friday. We have a lot of exciting matchups, more so in specific. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the Olympics and what we had yesterday within the Hall of Fame game. So within the sports world, it was a very, very exciting Thursday. Nonetheless, it is the weekend series, so as long as we're dodging the rain, I think we'll have a lot of games that are going to be kind of all in on the card this evening. So quick recap from yesterday. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe. But we do have a very profitable night with the picks. We went 3-1 within that small slate we had on a Thursday. We called the Indians at home, the over within Colorado game, that bounced back. The Royals are continuing their dominance, and it's also a fade against the Tigers in those spots. So that's kind of where we're at. We're going to be breaking down what is going on in this Friday card. There's a lot of movement. A lot of the trade deadline acquisitions are coming into their everyday roles with their new teams. So we're going to be going down that angle. But I do have kind of a lot of plays. I'm kind of throwing the board at you guys. So we will have 6 best bets. And a lot of these are coming from the not the side perspective, but we will be looking at attacking the totals. So that's what we have going on. So like I said, thanks for watching, and let's get down into it. Let's check out oddsjam. You can see these are the best odds available. So if you do want to sign up with this platform, promo code at the top of the screen, 35% off your first month and or annual plan. TBM will be that promo code. So make sure you guys all sign up today. You should not be betting on any kind of app without taking advantage of the best odds available, as well as some of the other features that they do allow you to use. So if you're not using it, make sure you check it all out. Links down below. Okay. But in this first game, let's get into the first matchup. Eric Fetty, Javier Assad, Cubs hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs have been hitting the ball as of recent. We've seen kind of where this series is headed. It's a rivalry game. It's a 50-50 coin flip, 101, basically flat on both sides. I'm not going to get behind this. If you do want to attack this game, though, I do see a very, very close outcome, 3-2, 5-4, something along those lines. So me sitting here telling you I have an advantage by looking into these pitchers, the lineups, what they're wheeling out, it's just not the case. So maybe this is a live bet opportunity. If you do find a little edge within who's available from out of the bullpen and so on and so forth. But at face value, pre-flop, I'm going to be staying away from this game starting at 220. I don't like to bet day baseball also, so that's kind of where I'm at within that first game. Diamondbacks, Pirates, exciting series. We unfortunately we'll be going to the game Saturday, but we're going to miss Paul Skeens. And I didn't tell you guys this, but when I was flying out to a bachelor party in Chicago, and flying out of Pittsburgh, actually walked right past Paul Skeens coming home from Livy Dunn's house. So kind of funny story, I guess. There's a lot of Pittsburgh fanboys asking for autographs, so that's how we knew it was him. But a lot taller in person, and so he was on the plane ride home from, I think, New Jersey. So kind of cool story, but just reason why I wanted to share it with you guys is because he's extremely, extremely tall. So very big. I'm what you would consider big as well, and he absolutely overshadows, makes me look like a dwarf. But I'd still take him yard, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, so Diamondbacks, Pirates, Luis Ortiz, and Brandon Pfaadt. This will be an interesting series. I think the Diamondbacks are kind of finding their place. They're coming into their own. Brandon Pfaadt, 5-6 on the season, sub-4 ERA, going against Luis Ortiz. Very, very strong season, performing 2.75, 5-2 on the year. It's going to be a tough one. This is going to be a really tough series to handicap. Both of these teams are kind of jockeying right now for playoff position. I think that that little sprinkle on a Pirates future to get them into the playoffs at one point, that was close to 10-1, if not above that. That's a very good futures bet that we shared on the channel a little bit earlier on, but I might just see where we're at with this first game. My gut says this is an underplay, but I just there's something about the Diamondbacks where they can score 10 runs on any given night. So, but look at recency within the Pirates and what they were able to do with the Astros. That's very, very impressive. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at with that second game on the card. The next one that we almost had a play in would be within the Kansas City Royals and Detroit Tigers. It's going to be a great pitching matchup, maybe the best on the card. Cole Reagan's going against Tark Skubal. Shocked that Skubal did not get moved come deadline time. 12-3, 2.35. Cy Young. I mean, both of these guys collectively have over 300 strikeouts. From an aggregate perspective. And in this game, I think this is where you could attack the first 4 innings. Or first 5 innings. That was my initial approach. We looked at that number. It was a little bit over $1.50 for the under 4. So you do get the push on 4, but I don't want to leave this one up to the bullpen. So it's a little bit too chalky taking the under full game. But I think that is the play if you were going to bet it. Detroit can't hit the ball, and Kansas City, they've been showing some very good promise. Bobby Witt, a lot of people say he's the face of baseball. But within this, going against the Tigers, Skubal, I see very little to no runs here. So I'm looking at a 3-2, 3-1, 2-0 ball game along those lines. So no play, but that would have been my lean if the juice was a little bit better on that first 5 under. Brewers Nationals, Jake Irvin hosting Frankie Montas. It's Brewers or nothing, quite frankly. The Nationals are a fade right now, so as long as the odds line up. And right now you can find -114. So if you do like the Brewers, that's a little bit of a fishy number too, because I would think that they would have been a little bit more favored, even though they're on the road with a lesser pitcher for the most part. So that's kind of where I'm at within that one. So next game, Blue Jays and Yankees. No play yet, and I promise you guys, I have 6 plays, so we're going to be firing these off rapid fire here once we get to them. Blue Jays, Yankees, Kevin Gossman, Marcus Stroman. This is Yankees or nothing. I think the Yankees, if you guys haven't been paying attention, they have an insane amount of home games in the month of August. So I do look for them to maybe possibly pull away with the AL East. Right now they're tied neck to neck with the Orioles. I think once the Guardians get done with Baltimore this weekend, it's going to be a very, very maybe a 2-game lead for the Yankees. That's just kind of a hunch, but that's where I'm at. If you were going to play this game, you can look at the Yankees. That's a very strong play at $1.60. I don't like to lay anything over $1.50, but at -160, I still like the Yankees at home to take care of business against Kevin Gossman. Okay, so it's Yankees or nothing, but no official play. All right, and then let's hit the San Francisco in the Reds game. This is Reds or nothing. Andrew Abbott. I think San Francisco at home, their home splits are fantastic, 52 and 56 on the season. Like I said, San Francisco has no pitcher listed right now, so I don't bet games when they don't have pitchers listed, unless I'm making a contingency bet. That's guaranteed within the team you're taking if their pitcher's listed. But nonetheless, I was staying away, but it's Reds or nothing, okay? And then the Marlins and Braves. And it's kind of funny. My picks are all backloaded because we're going to hit them all probably right in a row. There are a lot on the later card. And then we have Marlins Braves, okay? This is one where it's a very chalky play for the Braves. Spencer Schwellenbach going against Volante Belozo, which is a pitcher I quite frankly can't fill you in on, but rookie pitcher going against that Braves lineup. I think people are attacking that from that angle. So the -1.5 at -115, that will be kind of the angle to look at if you were going to bet this game, where we would take Atlanta on the run line. That came this close, but I just think it's a little too chalky. I think the Marlins are scrappy, and the Braves are known to lay an egg sometimes, so I'm staying away from that one. I know it's kind of teed up to be a really easy bet, a layup, if you will, but there is no layups in betting for the most part, so I'm staying away from that one. All right, Boston and Texas. Cutter Crawford, no pitcher listed for Texas, so that will not be an official play. Staying away from the Rangers. They are at home, though, so I do like them, maybe at plus money, so that would be my lean, taking Texas plus 107 at home. Okay, and then we finally are getting there. I swear, it's weird. I've never done this before, where I'm looking down my sheet and all of the games are on the bottom, and the later on games on the card. So the Twins, White Sox. This is Twins run line or nothing. Fade the White Sox. I think we're in that territory where you could take the run line against the White Sox every single day for the rest of the season, and that system would end up being profitable. Okay, and here we are, guys, the first official play of my card. This is a number I don't agree with. Paul Blackburn recently being acquired by the Mets, 4-2 on the season, 4.41 ERA, going against Tyler Anderson. Okay, this is a a play where I think that we're going to favor the Mets money line. The Mets have been one of the hottest teams in the last, say 10, 15 games post All-Star break, even before that a little bit. So we're going to ride the Mets on the road in LA, going against Tyler Anderson. It's a sneaky kind of comeback, I guess you would say. If you remember, the Mets had one of the worst starts in all of baseball to start off the season. Now 57 and 51. They're in LA. LA got some depressing news with Trout missing with that meniscus. So unfortunate circumstance. I hope that they do him right and get him on a contender to ride out the rest of his career. But I don't think that it's going to really matter. All right, but he has to stay healthy. Probably move into a DH role or corner infield. First base in specific, but nonetheless, we're going to be riding the Mets minus 130. I think that's a good value play, fading the Angels. So give me the Mets on the road, 9:38 first pitch. Okay, that's a good price too, minus 130. And then, like I said, guys, we're going to rapid fire because they're probably all in a row. But here we are. We're going to be taking the Dodgers A's. I think this one is where we're going to firmly see an over. Gavin Stone, Joey Estes. The A's at home have been an extremely scrappy bunch. I look for the Dodgers to go over their team total, and I can trust the A's to put up possibly 3 or 4. So look for this game. Probably, if I had a guess, probably 6-3 minimum. Dodgers win. And there is some live money on Oakland. They're starting to get some respect. Only plus 144 going against Gavin Stone at home. So the A's are commanding a little bit of respect from the betting market, and I think that's starting to show with the number. But that is my official play that we will be betting the over 8.5 at a minus 105 price for the Dodgers. If you want to buy that half run and get that juiced up, you can take the over 8. That is something you can do if you want a little insurance policy. All right, and then the next game is San Diego and the Padres taking the Rockies on. Austin Gomber, Randy Vasquez. Let's just give it to them. Padres have been, outside of the Mets, one of the more hotter teams right now. And it's showing. I don't really care who's pitching. I'm comfortable taking plus money on the run line against the Rockies. I know that's a very probably trendy bet, probably one of the biggest I guess you'd say public plays, but we're going to get on to San Diego. We've been riding San Diego pretty good, and so let's keep riding that wave until they actually lose. So Padres, run line, plus money, plus 120, that will be an official play. All right, and then we will hit the Philadelphia-Seattle game, sticking with the system. Mariners at home, all day, every day, under 8.5. I don't care who they're playing. And the fact that Tyler Phillips is pitching kind of gives me even more of a reason to like this bet because he's not too shabby himself. 3-0 on a season, 1.8 ERA in his first 4 outings. So let's get Brian Wu, which is, off of injury. He's 4-1, 2.35 ERA. This may be a little chalky. It may be a little bit too teed up, but under 8.5, that's too much for Seattle. So under 8.5, minus 115 at home, taking the system play with the Mariners. All right. And then that's kind of where we're at. There was a couple other games that I think I accidentally jumped over, so we are going to run back to that. And the other 2 official plays that we did not talk about, and the reason why we didn't is because they've been taken off of the board, so they probably popped back up. But it is Tampa Bay and Houston, okay? That is going to be an official play as well. We are going to attack that one in the form of the under. So we're going under 8.5, minus 121. We look at this game. It's very simple, okay? Kikuchi coming back for off the trade, pitching for the Astros, going against Shane Baz. Kind of where I'm at. I think this is a contrarian pick. I think that right now we're seeing the money go to the 7.5. So if you do want to take the under 8.5, this will be one that you have to bet quick. I think it's a sharper play. That's just kind of where I'm at. So you're gonna have to trust me on this one. But I do like the under 8.5, minus 121. So like I said, we're sticking with mainly totals tonight. That's just how it worked out. I went through all the games and I found the edges on the totals. So we're looking to continue our run into the green, into the weekend as well. But the last play on the card that we did not talk about is Cleveland. And I saved the best for last because we are going with the total as well. All right. I think this is where Dean Kramer, Carlos Carrasco, this is a layup over, in my opinion. The number's starting to climb. Over 8.5 is minus 131. Kramer, he did bite me one time. I played an over where I think he threw like a one-hitter and gave up 0 runs. It actually might have been against Cleveland, but I trust Baltimore off a loss to get to this, to get the Carlos Carrasco. And I think the Indians, if you saw their offense last night, going against a little bit of a better pitcher for the Orioles, in my opinion. I think that they're able to get the job done at home, as long as we don't have any rain kind of impacting what's going on. So that's be my last official play, the over in Cleveland, over 8.5. So that's what we got going on. Like I said, guys, make sure you subscribe down below. Appreciate you guys watching. Here is a quick recap with my 6 best bets. So I don't do 6 best bets a lot, but we're going to do it today. Like I said, we're going to attack some totals, and hopefully we get out of here 4-2, possibly even 5-1 or 6-0. So that's what we're shooting for. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.